What's up, y'all? It's your girl Blisianna back with another video on how I customize my units. If this is something you're interested in, might as well drop a like and hit that subscribe button and let me know what you'd like to see in the future because I'm open to it, okay? So I recently ordered 3 wigs from my vendor, a 5x5 24-inch body wave, 13x6 24-inch loose wave, and then a 13x6 26-inch bone straight. And in today's video, I will be working on the 26-inch bone straight and putting the other two aside for a later time. Even though this is a 26-inch, it really falls like a 28-inch, and I just want to thank my vendor for really snapping like this because it's giving luxury for real. And I just want to stop for a second and just say, get a look at this frontal. Like, you can never go wrong with a 13x6. Look at that leverage you have to come up with different versatile looks. Anyways, I'm starting off with molding my foil paper into the wig. Just a head start because the last thing I want to do is already have my bleach placed and then I'm tussling with the foil paper and spreading the bleach everywhere where it's not supposed to be. Now, before you start, you want to make sure you have protection on your hands because this product will irritate your skin. And I'm saying that from experience because the last couple times I've been bleaching my frontals, I've been doing it without gloves. And I'm finally learning today that please get your life together and wear some gloves. The bleach I use is the BW2 and then the regular 40 developer. And I'm just going in with my spoon instead of the measuring cup that's clearly sitting right there for me to use. Because the spoon's a little bit longer and I don't want to stick my hand in the bag because, like I said, it'd be burning my hand. Consistency I'm going for, I don't really measure it, I just eye it. But what you're trying to get is something like a buttercream. Because when you put it on the frontal, you don't want it to be runny because that's when it will seep through the frontal and start bleaching the actual hairs. Now I'm going off with my spray just to make sure everything, if any bleach does seep through the frontal, it doesn't really bleach the hairs. Learned it from a girlie in the past and I've just been doing it ever since and my frontal's been coming out A-okay. And like I said, normally I would go in with a brush, but I feel like it will seep through the frontal still. So I'm gonna just go in with the back of the spoon and just make sure I really coat those knots. The other good thing about this unit and my vendor is that all their wigs are small knots, so it's really easy to process those knots and make sure they bleach the correct way. So I like to run the frontal under the water first, make sure I get all of that bleach off the frontal, and then make sure there's nothing else on the actual hair itself that could possibly bleach the hair without me even knowing. But it's under the water, so it shouldn't. Look at that. Lovely. Just lovely. Okay, so now I'm going with my shimmer lights just to tone that orange out. It wasn't as orange as it has been in the past. So I feel like I'm doing a good job at actually bleaching my frontals, but I still like to go in and just, to even that color out. So I did the rest off camera. All I did was go with my mane and tail conditioner and just finish off the process of conditioning the hair out. Make sure everything's nice and free of the bleach. So I already plucked one side off camera. What I'm showing you now is the process I do before plucking, which is using the hot comb to lay everything down so I can get a good sight on what I will be plucking and how much. Also, this unit already comes pre-plucked, so if you want to just throw it on, throw it in a bun, you could do so. But I like that natural hairline, as you can see. I didn't pluck too much. You don't want to pluck too much because it will go bald, but you want to pluck enough to where it looks natural. Also, you want to make sure you part where your part is going to be at, just so whenever you start plucking, you know where not to pluck at because you don't want your part to be balding, if that makes sense. Whenever you part, before you start plucking, you just want to make sure you're not plucking on the part you just made, you're plucking behind it. Because like I said, it's going to go bald. And also, don't pluck in the same area. You just want to maneuver around while you're plucking, because if you pluck in the same area for the third time, it's going to go bald. Okay? it was still a little bit of small black knots on the part, so I was going in carefully just to remove those. My husband came in because he wanted to do his big one, but like I said, you're not supposed to pluck on the part. So I showed him that you have to do it from the back like this. I think I gave him a couple more chances, but I just was like, get up out my way. I just need to finish it. Okay. So yeah, just go behind the part and you should be okay. So at this point, I'm basically finished. I'm just perfecting my craft. You'll see me pull all the hairs back and just go back in behind it a little bit. Um, it's just something I like to do personally. I don't do it much. It's just something, if I see something that needs to be plucked, I'll pull everything back, make sure everything looks good, and then I'll do so. And now I'm just going in with my wax stick and hot combing everything to the back and making sure everything looks good. And that was all for the plucking process.